Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into the next episode of the 100. This is season 3, episode 13. Getting right down to the wire, guys. Called Join or Die. Perfect segue into what I was going to talk about because the last episode basically ended with Allie being at the top of Polis. You know, she's at the capital. She's the commander. She even got what was her name, Antari, to even get chipped. And of course, I wanted to say, is Antari strong enough? Is she strong-willed enough to go along with this? Or is she going to be more of like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself? But here's the thing. When I was like thinking about that in my brain, stretching out my brain muscles, something hit me. These grounders all believe, like, in this commander succession, this ascension thing, they they treat it like a religion. You know, this first commander came down from the sky, and we saw, as the audience, we saw it was Allie, not Allie, yeah, Allie, and she was the first commander. And you guys did explain why the black blood, or like the significance of the black blood, and why it didn't work on Emerson. Thank you for explaining that. Um, so this whole thing is like a religion to them. And any chance to kind of like be a part of that, hardcore like nuts, like nutso, like religious freaks, of course they would hop on board. If I was a hardcore like Christian or Catholic or whatever, I'm just using it as an example because I used to be practicing, that is. If I was like hardcore, like, you know, biblical or whatever, and some guy basically said, take this if you want to get into the gates of heaven, sure, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everyone's brainwashed. Everyone wants to believe. It's that belief. It's that wanting to like kind of serve a higher power, like be in service of a higher power. Being that chosen one, that calling that you think you get. Of course, everyone wants to be part of something bigger than in their lives. You know what I mean? So it makes sense why Antari took it. And at first, I wanted to be like, why did she take it? I was gonna, nitpick a little bit, but it makes sense. It makes sense. And the fact that the last shot of Polis was Allie in the throne. Then you have Jaha, who's like the Flame Keeper now, and Antari on the other side, which is basically her puppet. Antari was, ever since she was like introduced, saving the Ice Queen from Clark, who tried to poison her, and then she was reintroduced as the new commander, basically killing anybody who questions, her reign or succession or whatever. So, but she's always had that kind of like reservation in her, that made her like not really. She was doubting herself too much to really be 100% the next commander. So, and she has Murphy working with her. Last episode, wait, am I saying her name right? Antari? Who's the other girl's name? Amori? Amori, right? The one with the claw. Yeah, she came back, and that was a deal. That was a big deal. Murphy can't catch a break, of course, naturally, but I'm really eager to see what happens with that because the end of the last episode, Allie basically said we need to start populating or filling up the City of Light. So, and I'm guessing with the title like this, you have two options when they start going down the list. You're joining us, yes or no. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. I'm very eager to see where this goes because I think Arcadia is all but overrun, and we have like some of the good guys are kind of like off doing their own thing. Basically trying to like build like a rebellion or something like that. Try to take back the camp. And yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna stop talking and hop into this because, to be honest, this is actually one of the favorite shows that I'm reacting to, just because it is more. I'm more interested in the plot than the characters. I want to see where the story goes. I want to see how it ends. And if this season is controversial to some people, I think I might end up liking the show a lot because I don't think it's controversial. I actually think season 3 is the best season of the show. And even as we're finishing up the season, it's still really strong. Like, I can think, like, looking back on it, season 3 has like a lot of memorable moments. A lot of memorable moments and a lot of like really neat character like progression and development and all that good stuff. So I don't know. So before I hop in, I do want to remind you guys: Patreon, full length, uncut, unedited reactions, early access, all that good stuff. If you're seeing this on YouTube right now, we're probably already close to finishing season 4 over on Patreon. So if you want to skip the wait, hop on over there. You know, it's all good. But of course, you know, you can always sort of break it on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's just hop into this episode and have a good time, and we'll just talk about it afterwards. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, Hike. I did not think we were going to be seeing him again. You know, I keep saying this, but for a CW show, this is pretty dark. Oh man, look at that! What a visual! The show looks really good. Like, the production value is really good. It doesn't feel like a cheap CW show. You know, sometimes they act like it's a cheap CW show, but it's all good. Like this is just like hardcore.
Chancellors.
Jackson. It's all right. Jackson.
Would you look at that? That's crazy.
Loose him out.
Imagine if they let Pike go. Yeah, see? Of course they'll take it. Why wouldn't they?
Chip, I thought you were crazy. Now I know you are.
This is unity. Like you always wanted.
Everyone back away or the commander dies.
They've been shipped. I really like this storyline, like, a lot.
There's no more need for fighting.
We both know. There's no way in hell I'm taking that thing.
Sorry it has to be this way. No! How about you, Marcus?
We need him.
That was a mistake. I don't think so. You will.
Okay.
Don't put Marcus or the others. Leave him to me.
I wonder if Abby is going to be strong-minded too and kind of fight it like Raven did. I mean, I believe that. I mean, Abby's just kind of annoying, you know. But I'm just saying, she is a strong-minded person. She's like strong-willed. We'll see what happens. Oh, nice. Yes.
Chancellor? Dr. Griffin?
Thank you for coming, Charles.
What is all this?
What I'm about to tell you is classified. I need you to teach a crash course in wilderness survival. Farming, hunting, building shelters.
To the prisoners?
Yes.
Can I ask why?
We're sending them to the ground.
Look, I've taught most of these kids already, or tried to. They're not exactly receptive learners.
Think of it this way. You finally get to teach Earth skills to kids who might actually use them.
I can have them ready in 4 months, 3
They
if I...
leave in 2 weeks.
When do I start?
Like yesterday, pal. Are we going to see familiar faces? 'Cause I don't recognize any of these guys. Hey, look at Murphy.
Welcome to Earth Skills.
It's been an hour since we passed the airplane wreckage. It could be days before we reach Luna's village.
At least we know we're going in the right direction.
What do you think she's gonna say when we show up asking to put an AI in her head?
Lincoln said she helps those that are in trouble. She'll help us too.
You don't know that, but okay.
You hear that? Water.
Where's the village?
Underwater?
It's just a bunch of rocks.
She's gone.
The ability to make fire kept the human race alive during the Ice Age. Who knows? It may do the same for us someday. But we've got a lot to learn here. You have to learn which plants you can eat and which
ones we can smoke?
The key to surviving on the ground and on the ark is to keep fighting against all odds. You give up, you're dead.
Who's ready to take the key?
Can you just like pretend to swallow? Just like hide it under your tongue or whatever?
You should have killed me on that battlefield. I won't make the same mistake.
I would be okay with Indra killing Pike. I'd be okay with that.
Get on with it.
Well, it's not going to be razor sharp. How could it be razor sharp? It can't be. Okay.
Come on, Al. How long?
I can't even look at you.
I didn't kill Lincoln.
No, but he is dead because of you.
If you had just trusted me,
What the hell was that?
What did you just do?
Nothing. I just threw these in the fire.
Signal fire. He was trying to tell us. This is how we contact Luna.
Okay.
Abby.
Oh, thank God.
Are you alright?
They found me hiding in the woods near the camp. Please. Tell me you know where Clark is.
No, I thought she was here.
He's telling the truth. She got in the rover with Jasper. And they got away. I'm sure of it.
If the others found her, that means she's safe.
She has something that they want.
What?
I don't know. I'm afraid.
Very convincing.
Try harder.
Kiss. Yeah, it's a little weird. Like, I'd be like, what's going on? When it's too easy, something's up.
You taking the chip?
So why don't they just force the chips into people? Like, these two big buff dudes can just hold him down and they can just shove the chip right down his throat?
Take the key. Wake up.
If he takes the chip, wouldn't Allie get access to his memories and all that? And she would like know immediately. So I don't understand why, if for someone important like Kane, why they don't just force the chip into him. Do they just want him to suffer? Seems easier just to force the chip, and then they get what they want, right?
Give her time, Bellamy. There may be blood on your hands, but it's not Lincoln's. You didn't want that to happen. You tried to stop it. Octavia will forgive you eventually.
But he killed...
Forgiveness is hard for us. I was so angry at you for leaving. I don't want to feel that way anymore.
You know, you're not the only one trying to forgive yourself. But we need each other, Bellamy. The only way we're gonna pull this off is together.
The show so wants this to happen. I know it's gonna happen.
No, it's okay.
Oh, what?
Sean, you be like, how come you done flag round?
Elec Octavia. Come Sky Crew.
Why should we give you safe passage?
Lincoln. He sent us.
We're looking for Luna. Come on, get on with it.
What is that?
Safe passage.
Alright, well, don't just drink it. What are you doing?
I trust Lincoln.
See you on the other side. Oh, crap. Oh, God.
Together.
Flag du don du don.
So basically, they can't see where they're going. Got it.
I'm sorry to hear about your son's arrest.
We're keeping Wells in solitary until launch tomorrow.
Are we gonna see Wells?
Yeah. You don't want him telling the others that the Ark is dying.
Charles.
Why else would you send kids and not scientists? Do you even care if they live or die?
I mean, this is a lot of like crucial information that we're learning like way later. I like it, but damn.
Well, I've taught them nothing. They don't care.
Which is why they struggled in season 1. Things are making sense. Okay.
I've only got one more class to reach them. Then figure out a way, because you are all they've got. How would you feel about assisting me with today's lesson, Mr. Murphy?
You about to beat his ass or something? Oh shit!
What the hell was that? I know all about you, John Murphy.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah, I do. So what does he do with the second chance his father gave his life to buy for him? Wasted it. Say something.
Damn!
Do something. Is that all you got? Who will save you? Don't you see? This is life or death.
Well, that got way out of hand. They're ready.
All right.
What the hell is this? This is graduation. Class dismissed.
What's wrong with you people? He's strong. We need him if we're gonna fight our way out of here. Listen to me! Our real enemy is out there. Jaw has an army of chipped soldiers. They don't feel any pain. That means they're not gonna stop until all of us either join them or die.
Don't waste your breath, kid.
You gone place they all done.
Inja, head up! Coon up there, stay straight up.
I'll get my revenge. Just not today.
How many cuts did you give him? Like 100 so far, or what?
What are we doing?
To the new age. Welcome to the new
May we meet again?
Sorry, Abby.
age. This is it.
Got your extra air.
Marcus, I'm afraid we're out of time.
Just shoot me.
If I shoot you, I won't get the answer.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
You can stop.
Oh, man.
I'll do it. Take the key.
I would have asked for some water.
How are we?
It's like you're in the back of like a storage container. Is it time to see Luna? Oh. Here she is. Luna?
Luna.
Lincoln.
Ooh, about that.
Lincoln said that you would help us.
Did he?
You're the last of your kind. The last Nightblood.
So Lex says that as well.
Did you not hear the horns or whatever?
Titus entrusted me with the flame to give to you.
Then he should have told you that I left my conclave, swearing to never kill again.
To lead is your birthright. How you lead is your choice.
Just imagine if she breaks it.
This is the flame. It holds the spirits of the commanders. Will you take it and become the next commander?
Take it how? Oh, you know, just cut back your neck, put it inside of you.
No.
Okay. Well, I knew it couldn't be that easy. But why? She just doesn't want to be a part of it?
Wait!
Or down in the middle of nowhere? What the hell? It's one hell of a base camp. Okay, guys, so that was the 100 Season 3, Episode 13, Join or Die. A lot of shit's going down right now, guys. And we have like maybe 3 episodes left until we're finished with the season. Man, I'm trying to figure out where we go from here. So we got a lot of reveals, a lot of plot progression, a lot of choices and directions that I didn't expect us to go right now. Like, man, this show is a little rough when it comes to like the visuals and like torture. I keep forgetting it's on the CW because every time I press play, it pops up on Netflix. It's rated TVMA, and it even kind of looks like it has like kind of a decent sized budget for a CW show. Like if you look at CW shows, they all look kind of like glossy, like they shoot it on sets, and it just looks kind of like fake. You know what I mean? But here it looks like we're on location. We got a lot of, really neat like visuals and just like locations, of course, and just a lot of like why can't I think right now? There's just a lot of like imagination with this show. I guess is probably the best way I could say this. Like they really kind of what's the saying goes, like you want to like smell the flowers. You want to stop and smell the flowers every now and then. I feel like that's what this show is doing because there's like so much they can work with like in this story, and I'm glad that they're kind of like using these set pieces that I would normally not necessarily think about. Like, who would have thought that Clark and everybody would be brought to an oil rig at the end of the episode? They're in the middle of the fucking ocean. That's actually pretty neat, and that's a pretty cool place for a base camp. Makes me kind of wonder how far out were they? Were they able to see the signal? Like, do they have someone like closer to shore that kind of like watches out for a signal? But how does that work? But I'm just saying. The way they figured it out about like having to send out a signal was kind of, Jasper just doing his thing, just being Jasper, and just uncovers it by mistake, and then they kind of realize they need to keep throwing this shrubbery in the fire for it to turn green, and that's the call they need to make. That's the signal they need to send out in order to reach out for Luna, because she is the last Nablita, or the Nightblood. And basically, she just told us to fuck off. What? So what are we gonna do from here? Because now we have who's there? Clark, Bellamy, Jasper, Octavia. They're on this oil rig with Luna herself, who doesn't want anything to do with this. She says she left her conclave behind, whatever that means. I mean, I love the imagination that kind of goes into the story, especially like the layers that kind of like go into like the world building. Like it doesn't feel like it's rushed. It feels like this is a lived in world, and I feel like three seasons in, we're finally like getting comfortable with like showing all these neat locations and set pieces, and just kind of like expanding the universe, because they have the whole Earth to like play around with, and like, where it always feels like we're just stuck in like this like couple of miles of like forest. You know what I mean? It's nice to see something different, which is why I kind of like the set piece of Polis. And I definitely like the oil rig place at the end too. That's Luna's hideout, I'm assuming. But yeah, there's a lot of hard visuals in this. Kane was crucified. Holy shit. Like they were walking basically like a path of blood, forcing people to either join them or die. Like as the episode said, join us or die. And to be honest, I was kind of hoping Kane would not take it, but he still has an emotional connection to Abby, and man. So now what happens? Now there has to be a way to fix them, because there's no way that we're just going to sacrifice all these characters when like it just doesn't seem like that's the way the show's going to take its direction. I feel like we're going to find a way to do this, but first we need to figure out how do we get Luna on our side, especially someone who doesn't really care about this stuff anymore. She has some respect for it. She looked like she kind of like was down ever since she kind of figured out that Lexa was dead, or she learned about it. But that does not remind me. I mean, it reminds me of like, wouldn't she have not have heard the horns? That seems like something she would want to like keep updated on, right? Unless she's, I guess she is really far out there, but she doesn't get updates from like people going out and I don't know. I don't know. But the show's really good, guys. Season three's been knocking it out of the park. Need seeing Pike again. Everyone's kind of like rallying in their own little corners, trying to gather enough strength to fight back against the repressors. Because now it feels like the big bads aren't the Grounders or any sort of like faction like the Ice Nation. It's literally technology. It's literally Abby, not Abby, Allie. I said Abby. It's so funny. But Allie is the main villain. Always has been. And I don't know. I really want to see what happens where we all work together to kind of overcome our oppressors. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff we can do, a lot of like neat story avenues we could kind of explore. But this show's like it feels like after like the past couple episodes, it kind of like elevated itself a little bit. I just want to see if they're going to stick the landing and what kind of hook we're going to have for season 4. But listen to me, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just kind of like eager to see where we go in the future because season 3 has been really good. I've been enjoying it a lot. I honestly think it's the best season, and all the characters are in interesting places, and it's neat how we kind of went back in time and got that flashbacks of kind of like trying to get these kids ready, but they didn't take it seriously, which is why they were so shit in season 1. So a lot of things were retroactively explained. So that's good. I like that. Because now if I were to go back and rewatch the series at some point, once I finish it the first round through, I can go back and like with all that future information, it'll probably be an easier pill to swallow. Maybe I might like season 2. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is just my first time watching, and of course, I am who I am. So I don't know what else there is to say about this other than Pike and Indra got to put aside their differences. Kane is now fucked alongside Abby and the rest of people who took the chip. I don't know. We're in some crazy times right here. But we'll see what happens going forward. I do want to thank you guys for sticking with me this long, of course. If you want to just continue showing all the support down below, and we'll finish the show together. But until then, I think I'm just going to end it there. All right, guys. You guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction. If you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, that option is available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below, or pin in the top comment. You can't support me on Patreon. You can always support me right here on YouTube. All you got to do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. And of course, share with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of the 100 Season 3, Episode 14. Getting down to the wire, guys. But until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.